Shalom, shalom. Hey, Maki, open up.
Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites to come to teach the truth of the Bible. The sort of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true nationality according to the scriptures, and the prophesied downfall of America, which is the wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great. But before that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahawah, Kakadash. And double honors to our elders and our apostles of the great millstone, who do rule well in peace and blessings to the elect.
So me and the brothers, obviously, we're going to make this a quick camp. Brothers just got out of work. Technically, I'm still working. So I'm still technically on the clock, actually, as we speak of that. We were talking about, end times, perilous times, right? And one of the main reasons why we brought it up is because one brother did a lesson on it not too long ago. But then I sent the brothers a video. You see the video I sent y'all with the Asian pastor? He died, had a heart attack and died and went to heaven and met Jesus. And then Jesus told him straight up, or Yahweh Shai told him straight up, hey, yo, you know those black people down there that y'all keep treating like shit? I want you to know those are my real chosen. So he said when he came back to life, when they resuscitated him, he said it was his mission to tell. Mind you, he's a world-renowned pastor, and he's now saying an Asian dude from Korea, this is why I said we are at the end, from Korea, had a heart attack. And his revelation, he came back like, oh shit, I gotta let people know. I'm not gonna feel right if I don't tell what the Lord told me. And he says, those down there that we treat like that y'all treat like, deplorables, the lowest class, I just want y'all to know, those are my chosen people. And this Korean dude from Korea, Korean pastor, now is out there speaking that the true Hebrew Israelites are the chosen, are us. This is how we know we're at the end. Because in the scriptures it says that your women and your young men shall dream dreams, right? It talks about that the Lord will pour out his spirit on the entire earth. And everyone will be given some kind of revelation in some way. And he's a world-renowned Asian pastor who basically has a huge congregation. And for him, he said he was chilling, he felt a pain, he was dead. He said he met Jesus. Jesus come to him and like, hey, by the way, I just want y'all to know, the motherfuckers down there that y'all treat like a piece of shit, those are my real chosen. This Asian guy says he's never really been around black people. Remember, because if you go to Korea, it's mainly what? Koreans. If you go to China, it's mainly what? Chinese. These places are kind of void of our people. But for him to have this revelation, and he said when he came back, he didn't talk about it right away. But something on his spirit was like, yo, bro, you better start telling people. And I think that was the Lord basically saying, I told you for a reason.
Start exposing shit.
To expose it. And that's what he said. And I sent you on the video. Shalom.
It's obviously clear we at a time where Matthew 24 talks about when this gospel shall be preached to the whole world, or the whole earth, then the end shall come.
And then also when they shall wake up in their land of the captivity, the end shall come. Oh, that's right, brother. Oh, that's right. So it kind of coincides with the brother's lesson, because the brother was talking about his lesson was basically going into how we prepare for the worst but hope for the best, because we're coming into a time where these are perilous times. You get that 2 Timothy chapter 3, start at 1.
2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
So perilous times are on our way, right? We already talk about it all the time, right? It almost sounds like we might be a broken record. We telling you, yo, man, race wars is coming. Yo, man, sedition among men is coming. Yo, man, famine's coming. Yo, man, the chip's coming. Yo, man, genocide's coming. Yo, man, I'm telling you, it's about to get real out here, and people can sit here and be like, oh, man, doom and gloom. All you gotta talk about is doom and gloom, because we are out on our watch. The Lord tells us what? Isaiah 58 and 1. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and spare not. We're not supposed to care about your feelings. We're supposed to tell you the truth. Why? Because the Lord literally said, if we don't tell you the truth and you die in your iniquity, then your blood is on our hands. And I'm sorry to tell you, none of y'all worth it.
Revelation 19:10. The spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
In the spirit of prophecy. So because we're coming in the spirit of prophecy, and we're doing exactly what our forefathers did, we're coming out here to get fair warning. Perilous times are on their way.
John 7:7.
Yep.
John 7:7.
Oh, my other, here you go.
And that's why they killed Yahweh Shai too.
Yep.
John 7:7 is like a small excerpt of what it was, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Come on, keep reading.
Yeah, this is verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
So this is how we know we are living in perilous times, because there's going to be a time in the world where people are going to be lovers of themselves. Mind you, at an all-time high, everyone's selfish, self-centered, social media, want to be praised, looking for likes. Women in general want to be worshipped like gods. Oh, I don't want to be worshipped like a god. Yes, you do. When you say, I want a man to cater to me. I want a man who wants to provide and protect. I want a man who's obsessed with me. I want a man who's going to sit here and listen and understand me. I want a man that can read my mind, know what I want to eat, when I want to eat. You want to be worshipped as a god, sweetheart. And you're not one. But go ahead.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous,
meaning that wanting what others have. Think about it. You hear it all the time. The divorce rates are at an all-time high. It's because women are scrolling on social media and they're seeing what other women have, not understanding that all is a facade as well.
Right.
And then they're destroying their relationships in their homes because they think that the grass is greener. Or you got a man wanting to deal with another man's wife, right? Or you got a man who's jealous of a man for a certain car or a certain income, right? People covet what others have, right? Instead of being grateful for what you already have, or work harder to obtain more things, right? But the lust of the flesh is destroying many, many people, and a lot of people are going to miss their chance to make it into the kingdom of heaven because of covetousness. Coveting is not just coveting someone else's significant other; it's coveting anything that's not yours or not meant for you. Go ahead.
Boasters, proud.
Boasters, proud. How many people you know always talking about what they do? You might have a conversation with a person, you might be telling them, yo man, I've been losing weight, man, I'm down like 30 pounds. And the first thing they want to do, yeah man, because you know what I do is, bro, I'm telling you about me right now. I'm trying to, yeah, but I'm just letting you know if you, hey brother, and I'm only using it as a small thing. But you see people boasting their jewels and money. Mind you see a lot of these streamers. What's the one thing that they always say? Check your bank account, check your bank account. I made 200,000 last month. Bro, nobody should know what your bank account look like anyway. You boasting in your iniquity. You're boasting in sin. And mind you, pride goes before what? A fall. All right, go ahead.
Boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
Disobedient parents. Now we hear this at an all-time high. You can't tell me what to do, mom. You can't tell me what to do, dad. The scripture says, honor thy mother and father, that your days shall be prolonged upon the earth. This is saying in the last days, they are not going to be obeying their mothers and fathers. They're not going to honor them. They're not going to they're not going to follow the laws of their forefathers. They're not going to be doing the things that appeases their parents and things like that. They're going to act like they're free thinkers. They can do whatever the hell they want. That's why you got a bunch of these little fresh little kids out here, right? Out here at the ages of 6, 8, 9, 10 already, having coitus and doing things as obscene, right? Because they don't have any natural affections and they don't want to take any accountability when it comes to correction. Go ahead.
Disobedient to parents. Unthankful.
How many times you've been around people and they'll never say thank you? Or be thankful for the little things they have. These young brothers got bikes. You know how many motherfuckers I know that don't got a bike? But it'll be a bike like this, and the brother might, not saying y'all just really going on with y'all, but let's just say you like his bike better. You like, man, I don't really, this is a piece of shit. Bro, you got a bike. You should be thankful you got a bike. Just because his got pegs on it don't mean it's better than your bike. Be thankful that you even have one, because there's people that don't. I'm only giving this because we got some young brothers right here. Go ahead.
Unholy.
Unholy, meaning unseparate, meaning not separating themselves from wickedness, wicked ways, wicked thoughts, wicked deeds. All right, not following after righteousness. Go ahead.
Without natural affection.
Without natural affection, being evil to each other, quick and evil to each other. Always a black on black crime, Hispanic on black crime. It's all black. Trust me, Hispanics are black. If you don't know anything about the diaspora, you're all the same people, just a different slave owner. Know your history. You know what I'm saying? But this is the truth, right? Go ahead.
Truce breakers.
Truce breakers. That's one of the main things. Right? That's one of the main things people are doing. You'll promise somebody something, you won't keep your word. The Lord is not dealing with people like that. You sign a contract, but you don't uphold the contract. You're always looking for a way to get out. What do you see right now? The divorce rates. Isn't it a contract that you signed with the government?
Y'all good.
No, you're not on camera.
Y'all good.
Isn't it a contract that you signed with the government? Why is it? It's supposed to be till death do us part, which is a contract with the Lord. But y'all want to leave as soon as y'all don't like something, or I'm bored. Guess what? You should have never did it to begin with. If you wasn't going to be able to take that oath, don't force the oath. Go ahead.
False accusers.
We hear this all the time. Actually, I'm dealing with something right now at work. One of my stores, One of my stores, one of my employees called me all upset talking about somebody said that they were touching him, and they're really, I said, oh, I never touched this person, and that was going around in the store that this person touched somebody. And I believe it's just retaliation because this person's trying to get promoted as a manager, and he's probably telling these people, hey, yo, you can't do this, can't do that. So now they're trying to, throw him off. But guess what? You lying on this man. Now, obviously, I got to do an investigation, but if I find out that you lying on this man, you'll get fired. Right? Well, go ahead.
Incontinent, fierce, despiser of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh. It kind of encompasses everything he said before that. Right? High-minded, prideful. Because if you love Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, you cannot be prideful. Because one of the first things he tells you to do is humble yourself. And to come serve me, you must humble yourself. Right? Heady, covenant, bro. That's all attributes of what you see around the world today. This is how we know we are in perilous times. We are at the end. Go ahead.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Is that like a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge? That's probably that's what I thought.
We hear it a lot all the time. You tell somebody, yo, bro, like perfect example. I got a young kid that work in one of my locations, and he got a clothing brand with his wife. And it says it's like a God loves or God something, right? But he'd be the first one to eat shrimp crab boils. And I'd be like, yo, bro, how you gonna keep saying that you love the Most High, man? And you got shirts and you're trying to promote the gospel and all these things in your shirts and you making money, but then he told you not to do this and you sitting here and want to rebuke that, but you want to make money off his name. Make that make sense to me, brother. Now, mind you, because I'm at work, I can't, dog him out. But bro, you love her. You got a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. You say you love the Most High, but everything you do is opposed to it.
It's a good one.
We're in perilous times. Go ahead.
This is Romans 10. Yeah. And it actually, I didn't even know it was that
Romans 10.
verse.
It's the same John, right?
Yeah, St. John. Romans 10 and 2. But did you just had it, right?
No, I brought out something similar.
We was in 2 Timothy 3.
Say Romans 10 and 2. But 3 is the point of what I wanted to get.
Go ahead.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Exactly.
They establish their own righteousness.
You establishing your own righteousness, trying to sound off because it sounds good.
Here and there's this new thing I learned. There's a term, so I'm sure everybody does it. It's normal.
Okay.
You ever heard? Do y'all? What the fuck is it called? It's a term for it. I just learned it yesterday. Basically, do you in your mind, especially when you go right before you go to sleep, do you imagine scenarios in your head that is not real, but if it was real, how you would handle it?
Right. Yeah.
It's a term for it. But basically, I just learned that in the world, that's a sin. All these Christians are trying to say, oh yeah, mental cognitive.
That's like wisdom, though.
Yeah, but Christians are trying to say that's a sin because it's vanity and it's you trying to live in a false reality, and they're trying to say it's a sin.
But that's like saying, okay, yeah. Oh, so what if I go in the store and steal? What do I think is gonna happen next, and how would I handle that? Should I go in there and do it, or you know what I'm saying? Let this sound like
I walked off. What was the?
There's a term I just learned yesterday for basically what we would call mental rehearsal.
Okay.
Basically, if you imagine scenarios in your head that's not real, but if it were to be real, how you would handle it.
Yeah.
But doesn't the Lord tell us?
Mental rehearsal.
But doesn't the Lord tell us to be prudent and circumspect?
Exactly.
That
so
would be
now
that would be what that is.
These Christians are trying to say that actual action itself is a sin.
Wow.
It's ungodly.
I don't think.
Well, but they can make a 5-year plan when the Lord tells us to take it day by day.
Right. But they can eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. They can worship false holidays and worship themselves.
That's why y'all wish I was from the table.
They can call on a name that they know is not true.
Exactly. He's like, motherfucker.
It's literally like it's just retarded. Because that's why it just said in Romans they establish their own righteousness, but don't submit to the righteousness of the Lord. It's perfect. It literally is perfect. Yeah. The Lord like, yo, they gonna make their own righteousness. I know Christians that sit here and say, yeah, I don't let my daughter listen to like hip hop music. It's ungodly. But you eat pork.
Yep. And then they'll say,
and we told you eating pork is a sin according to the Bible.
and then it's not what goes. It's not what goes comes into them. It's not
Oh,
what
but the
goes
law is
to
done away with. But your daughter can't listen to hip hop music, and there's no law against listening to hip hop music.
Romans 3:31 say, in the New Testament, we established the law. Do we make void the law in faith? Yahweh forbid. We established the law.
Like crazy, bro. That's why I don't even debate with Christians. I don't even converse with Christians about the Bible. You know? It's pointless.
Well, see, you know what I mean? Not to get off the whole. I watch stuff like this every day. Obviously, what this goes on is the fact that they've been learning this stuff for so long that the pride is kicked in when you hear the truth of it. They feel retarded and dumb, or the aspect of wow, like I was wrong the whole time. And then what happens is they would establish something, and the Hebrew Israelite is considered to be a demon or an evil
right.
person because we will we will go into the Bible and read otherwise than what they had to say.
Right.
And then when we read that it says the opposite, it's still not my God.
Because their doctrine is based on hearsay.
Right. So
Our doctrine is based
facts.
on facts.
Yep. Facts and spirit.
It's based on what is written in the book. Their doctrine will be based on hearsay. It'll be like it'll be a scripture that's clearly, and they'll make a whole, that might seem a little vague, and they'll make a whole doctrine based off of that. They'll say, 1 + 1 is 6. But the scriptures will say, no, 1 + 1 is 2.
1 + yeah, right. That
The only way you can
that
get
shit
2
wow,
is,
bro.
So,
That shit
that's
wild.
why, but the thing about it is, I was once Christian. I used to go to church and all this. I grew up in a church. I believed in all these things. But that's how you know that you have to be given the Holy Spirit to get this. To be able to humble yourself and be like, damn, everything I knew growing up, I was wrong. This is the truth. And you get it and you see it and it makes sense.
Right.
That's how you know it's the Spirit. So it's like you can't even be mad. You really can't be mad. That's when you really got wisdom. Because you can't even be mad. Because you see, like, you know what? The Lord ain't imparting wisdom into them. The Lord did not give them the Spirit. The Lord gave them.
Is why I say we are in perilous times.
The Lord gave them over to.
That's why I say the land back off. The land back off. Let me get
Wait. No, based off what you said, 2 Corinthians chapter 11. For such are, chapter 11 and 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
Transforming themselves.
Basically, just piggybacking off what the prophet just brought up. That's how we know we are in perilous times. Right? No natural affections to the Lord, bro. They all about personal gain. That's why a lot of those Israelite camps got kicked around, bro. That's why they all splintered up. Because they was telling everybody that we really them boys. But then you was getting rid of Paul's writings. You were,
every other week, every other week, you had a new doctrine trying to rebuke the elders and debunk the elders' doctrine because what the elders apostles rebuke you. So now I'm trying to rebuke their doctrine. They're wrong.
You having high holy days in places made for worldly shit. With bottle girls that look like strippers. But bro, you gotta be honest. My brothers was like, yo, you going to fuck off.
The bottle girls with the joint, talking about some Passover 2020, whatever.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's how you know the Lord real, bro.
Then I heard
camps are mighty and they're going.
Yo, they were mighty, and also I heard they was glorifying more gang shit than they were actually doing the work. But at the end of the day, it's either here or there. The Lord already handled that. It's not something that for us to even keep speaking on, but we just give him perspective
organically too.
Yep. The Lord handled that, bro.
Hit a land back off of John.
Exposure.
This is my favorite one. It's the 2 Thessalonians.
1 second. 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressively that in the later times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
We seen that.
We see it all the time. That's why I wanted to hit that, because we talking about it.
Yeah, sure,
Bro,
that's
doctrines of devils. Every time they try to go up against the apostles and the elders been in it since the beginning. All you camps came up through the elders. Y'all all learned from them, and why they still standing strong, but y'all falling out. The apostles doing something right.
Man, mighty men, so-called, have fallen that I can't even believe did.
That's because the elders and apostles, they were consistent.
And they stayed in the same path.
They stayed humble. The elders and apostles might talk mighty, but granted, there's no way you can obtain that much knowledge and wisdom and tenure and not have a certain level of swagger about you.
You also got to give the elders.
These dudes, they spiritual, biblical specialists, well versed in theology.
Not to mention
exceptional debates.
Not to mention the elders. You're not on camera. The elders literally could have gotten rich off of their truth
Right.
and did not even try.
They could have. They sure could have.
Sure could.
Bro, you know how many everybody and their mama would have been
everybody.
trying to subscribe,
Yeah.
do this, do that. You know, they said, nah, it's what was freely given to us, what must be freely given. And because those men kept heed, yeah, they in the flesh. Can they be prideful? Can things happen? Yes. But let's be real. They track record
In the grand
is,
scheme of things.
yeah, they track record is, that's why we
Solid.
give double honors. All right, my bad, brother. You go ahead.
And sound doctrine.
Yep, sound doctrine.
Yeah, this still goes. 2 Timothy 2, 9 through 11. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie. And that's the understanding that I get with them. Whenever the truth is in front of them and they just like, no, and they sticking with what they got, the Lord gave them right over to it.
Ooh, I got
Chalked it.
precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. In whom the Most High of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Right.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach Yahushai, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. The Lord is the one who gave them over to these strong delusions. Basically what you're saying right here.
Sure.
Why? Because we in the end times. The Lord already put draw that line in the sand, and bro. And those who were meant to join his side are joining. Those who are not meant, get that precept, every man his own lot, death to death. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, death to death? What you mean?
Like those, every man his own lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, for life.
Them to the famine, to the
To
famine.
famine. Yeah,
Jeremiah 15:2.
Perilous. My bad. Slocky. You right. All right. Bro, that's what you here for, sir.
Shit.
That's what you here for, sir. You know? All praise to the Most High.
Got it. This is Jeremiah 15 and 2.
So remember, the Lord is the one who's blinded the minds of them that which believe not. And what did he say? He said, I'm going to give you over to your own devices.
Devices, yeah.
Did you read that already?
I did. Oh, no.
You did?
No,
I will give them over to their own delusions, because when I called, they did not hear.
oh, that's
I feel like Proverbs
Proverbs
1.
1.
Yeah, grab that and then grab that. Salakia.
Proverbs 1 is a whole
slab,
whole
yeah.
buffet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get to the point where it says that I'm going to give them over to the...
To their own devices.
Because why? We're in perilous times. Remember, we draw the line and saying he blinded them. Then he's going to give them over to their own, their own devices. Because when he called, they didn't listen. You ain't got to give them to a whole
Yeah,
thing.
I know what you want. I know what you want.
For water. And then grab that.
Proverbs 1. I saw 29. For that they hated knowledge.
Because they hated knowledge. That's why the Lord blinded the minds. Because they hated the wisdom when he was there. Okay, go ahead.
And did not choose the fear of the Lord.
They didn't choose the Lord.
They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof.
They despise every time he tried to correct them, to better them, to make them ready. Remember, tried through the fire so you come out like fine gold. Every time the Lord tried to help them, they said, come on, man, go with that bullshit. Get out of here, man. Hey, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. So the Lord blinded the minds of them. All right, well, guess what? You want to act like that? Then go ahead.
Verse 31. It says, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of the fool shall destroy them.
See? So they believe that they can't. Matter of fact, I got a testimony right now. One of my new employees from my newest location is an Israelite. He knows he's woke. He joined IUIC.
Okay.
Let me tell you, right? He joined IUIC. So when I first heard about what's up, brother? How you?
That's good.
When I first heard about him, I went over there. I got to do my store visits. I'm not gonna get into my job, but I got to go over there, right? And I seen him. I seen him. Like, oh, brother, you Israelite? You woke?
He had the fringes on?
No, he had a fringes on, but just I knew it was him. He was like, yo, this is boy Ty. He knew he was.
Okay.
So I'm like, what's up, bro, man? Shalom. He's like, shalom. I said, okay, cool.
All
right, cool. I left it at that. I was like, all right, well, what's up, brother? So what's up with your walk? What you doing? He said, nah, man, I was with IUIC. I said, okay, yeah, what's up? So he's like, and I talked to him a little bit. I said, I don't really get down with IUIC. I believe that the Lord is using those brothers to wake up a lot of people, but I just don't like how they don't use the names of the Lord and all that. But he started bucking up a little bit. I said, cool. All right, it's cool.
That's how he was trained to do.
It's cool. That's how he was prepped. That's cool.
Yep.
But guess what? But then he started telling me all the shit about IUIC that he couldn't get with. How militant it is, that they gotta be in your marriage, you have to get married and all these things, bro. They go a little hard over there. When Paul said, what?
Be as though.
He said,
if you ain't get married, if you gotta get married, get married. If you ain't gotta get married, if you're not married.
If you get married, you send out. If you don't get married, you send out.
But they over there, but But let me tell you, I'm going to go a little harder. The brother don't read his Bible. They don't teach him well enough. And I'm going to tell you how I know. I said, so brother, what you doing now? You still with them? He said, no, man, I stepped away from that for a little bit. I paused. I said, what you mean? I got too much going on in my life right now, so I couldn't really get down with them like that. I said, wait, it's not about them. It's about you and the Lord. You do know that it's not that you're turning your back on them. You're turning your, because mind you, if you don't want to be with them, you still got to do your work at the Lord.
Still got to do your work, yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, but I put that to the side for now while I work the focus. I said, oh. 2 days later, it's Yahweh liveth. I get a phone call, ambulance. Yo, man, we had to send somebody home in an ambulance. I said, who? Ty, what happened? I don't know. I think he had a heart attack or a stroke. My man, on camera, you see him hit the ground. I go, oh, shit. In my head, I already knew what it was. I said,
yeah, you knew what it was.
What it say? Make no tarrying and turn to the Lord and not put off from day to day.
Put that warning out, too.
And I put the warning out. I told him, I said, yo, brother, I think you need to reevaluate. He's back at work. I talked to him about it. I brought up the scriptures, right? But he's like, yeah, man, I'm going through a lot right now. And I said, yo, bro, what you're not understanding is he woke you up for a reason and said, hey, and you're allowing the world to defeat you because he was complaining about his family. He the only one in his family. I said, bro, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, they ain't teaching.
They didn't teach him enough. And this is when I knew, bro, this is when I knew. So I try to school him a little bit as much as I can, but I can't go too deep because I am everyone's boss.
Right, you're still in the
I gotta be on my like, hey, but I let him not say, yo, bro, but I told him to his face, I said, yo, bro, the Lord jacking you up. And then I brought up the make no tarrying and turn to the Lord. And what reminded me of this is what we're talking about right now. Because the brother, it was privy. And he's naturally rejecting the Lord because he's more worried about what's going on in the world. But you're not understanding that the Lord is controlling everything that's going on in the world. So the best way to defeat the shit in the world is to get closer to him. Yep. And then he going to say, all right, I'm going to clean all this up for you. He said, yeah, man, you know, man. I said, bro, you ain't got to go back to IUIC. But I'm telling you right now, you better pray on it. And I said it to him multiple times. I said, bro, you better pray. And I left it at that. I had to get back to work because I didn't want to draw too much. But
I got you real quick.
Yeah, grabbed it. Then now I just want to throw that in there. Now I'm grabbed that.
2 Timothy 2:4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of his life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Ooh, read it again.
Yeah, you know what? And I got a testimony on that because being stressed out in this world on some dumb shit ain't good.
It ain't good. It don't save you nothing.
It don't benefit you.
It don't benefit you at all.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of his life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah.
So if you meant
to be
deal
with the shit anyway.
Yo,
so you more likely to come out on top with your affairs in the world when you serve the Lord. When you serve the Lord.
I brought up a couple scriptures. I brought up Matthew 6. Basically told him to stop bitching. Right. Then I also brought up Matthew 6. I brought up 2 Timothy 1:7, which is my fave. And I hit him with one other precept, kind of like letting him know, like, yo, bro, gird thyself up. Bro, the Lord telling you, pick your fucking balls up. Stop being a
Sirach too?
Yeah, bro, I think I hit Sirach too as well. But remember, I can only do so much. But the only reason why I got this many scriptures is because he already know he an Israelite. Right. So I'm like, bro, I can kind of talk to you a little more freely. But I let him know. I say, yo, bro, now if the Lord come and jack you the fuck up even more, bro, he didn't get jacked up. He said money issues, house issues, car issues. I'm in my head like, bro, the Lord is literally telling you, pussy, wake up. And you over here, and then I brought up, when I brought to a lower state, take it cheerfully. I chastise love like sons, but I brought that out. I said, bro, you're not taking that chastisement right. You about to get spewed out, and I had to let him. I told him about it. He had a stroke. I'm telling him about it again. If all of a sudden this man found up dead somewhere, I'm like, what am I supposed to say to that? And I let him know. I said, bro, I've been doing this for 10 years. Going on 11 now. I'm telling you right now, brother, I'm not, and I told him, I said, I don't know everything, but I do know the principles. And these are the principles of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And when I use the names, he's like, yeah, you know, it's the most Christ blessed. I said, yeah, all right, bro. There you go, brother. This is why you getting jacked the fuck up. And I left it at that. But go ahead. What else you had? You was holding, right?
Still in that Jeremiah 15:2, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I only brought that up because it goes into like, bro, we in perilous times. The Lord is drawing a line in the sand, and they say, yo, bro, the Lord says, I'm going to start at my house first. The Bayaf Dawadah, Matthew the 1st chapter, the lineage of the Israelites.
That's Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble. The Lord said he's going to start at our house. So if you're not getting right with him now, don't expect to be saved out of any of that shit. And we're going to bring that up because we're going to close up in a little bit. We just wanted to hit this point. Go ahead.
It's Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity.
Now, what are these four things? These four things are what? Scourges for amendment. They are punishments of the Lord for correction, right? For correction. Now, mind you, the way the Lord can either kill you for correction, that's why he said death to death, sword to the sword. Right? Famine to famine. Famine is a terrible death.
Famine is
and then what?
famine
And then jail is a terrible death. You stuck in the jail cell, treated inhumane and the worst food and all that, bro. The Lord's saying, yo, bro, in the end days, this is what's going to be lots of these men. Those who are meant to be written in the book of life, and those who have their lots of this. Go ahead.
And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord.
4 kinds.
The sword to slay, the dogs to tear, the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
So the Lord says, I'm going to use my other standing army, which is the animals that are held at bay right now, to go ahead and do everything.
It's like Sirach. Yep.
It's like Sirach. Matter get Sirach.
Yeah. And you know, I'm gonna bring out what time frame is that exact thing? It's beautiful. You gotta have the spirit to know that. Amos 8:11.
Yep.
As soon as the famine and word come, they gonna go to and fro looking for the word. And they gonna get that.
We gonna be done.
They gonna
We're
get
going to be
that.
done.
Yeah, but that's what you gonna get that.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
Yeah.
Why? Because remember,
Where should we go? What should we do?
We bring it full
Death
circle.
to death, famine to famine.
Bring it back to full circle, right? What did we say? We said, yo, the Lord has blinded them, and basically said, since you ain't want, you loathe my law when you had liberty. Well, guess what, nigga? This is what you getting: death to death, sword to sword, famine to famine, wild beasts, and all this other shit. This is what you gonna get. Why? Because when you had liberty, you loathed my law, meaning you hated it.
You can see that.
You can see it. You can see it, bro. Christians move the goalposts every time you talk to them. Bro, you can't be doing it. The law ain't done away with. Oh, no, we can't, you can't judge. Yo, you keep moving the goalposts, bro. What does it say? All right, understand. We told you. So when you're death to death, sword to sword, famine to famine, and prison to prison, all come up. Don't be surprised. Lord, Lord. And he's going to say, I have not known thee. But haven't I not cast out devils in your name? No.
Yo, watch the spirit of the Lord get on brothers that do what happened to Jeremiah. Mm-hmm. They gonna ask that question, and through the spirit, the Lord gonna force us to say the shit. Yo, brother, what's that name called? Oh, yo, what's that shit I was talking about? Hey, yo, listen, for real, bro. I'm
gonna tell you, bro. Yo, most high Christ blessed.
Like, listen, bro, if you ain't get it now,
I ain't got nothing for you,
bro.
You're gonna put that tongue right to the top, dog. And that's when we become assholes.
Yep.
Oh, and then when we become assholes,
the Lord, you gonna have an angel like
Nah.
Bro, it's gonna be
hey, bro, I ain't got
whispering in your ear like,
bro.
Not that one.
All right, what you got?
So got more than that. What else?
That was it.
You brought out whatever I asked for already? Yeah. All right, now we're gonna close it up real quick. This was a quick. Just wanted to get into with perilous times we're living in. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. All the signs are out there.
I got the one. Go ahead if you want. If you ready.
This was a quick camp. Lord willing, brother Parrot Thom, if you watching this, slide down. We do a sit down, brother. I got you.
There for that.
Call lawyer. How about you, my shop?
I want you to know, brother. We here for you, bro. We understand that schedulers is switching up, but I'm willing to camp or to sit down whenever feasible.
Yeah. Also, brother, if I'm free too, I'm coming. So don't even worry about that.
You can come to my crib at any time, bro.
That's all love.
Even if it's late, 10, 12 o'clock at night, man. Let's just do a quick lesson. All right, I got you, squad. Let's get it. All right, it's just a sacrifice, man. Low level. Go ahead.
Matthew 24 started 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, until the day Noah entered into the ark. And they knew not the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, so
that's it.
To be taken away. You know how the Christians talk about the rapture?
The rapture, yeah.
You want to be taken away? No, to be taken away means you're going to be put to death. Okay? Just like in the days of Noah, man. We're in perilous times. People are loving themselves, covetous, and they're doing everything under the sun but trying to save themselves for the impending doom. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baharakak Wadash, Double honor to the elders and apostles, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom, brothers.
Wow.